Good day to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We have been reading in the book of Exodus. Now, last time we read Exodus chapter 23. Now, this chapter covered various different laws, and at the end, God was communicating to Moses and the children of Israel that they should not make any covenant with the people who existed in the land, that God was going to drive them out. Let me read the last couple of verses for you. For I will hand over the residents of the land to you, and you shall drive them out before you. You shall not make a covenant with them or with their gods. They shall not live in your land, because they will make you sin against me. For if you serve their gods, it is certain to be a trap for you, resulting in judgment. So that was the end of Exodus chapter 23, and we're ready to read Exodus chapter 24. God was warning them that the people that were in the land now were sinful people. They were worshiping other gods, and their practices were not in line with God and His practices and what He wanted for the people of Israel. So continuing with Exodus chapter 24, I am reading in the Amplified Bible. Then God said to Moses, "Come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu," that's Aaron's older sons, "and 70 of Israel's elders, and you shall worship at a safe distance. Moses alone shall approach the Lord, but the others shall not come near, nor shall the people come up with him." Then Moses came and told the people everything that the Lord had said in all the ordinances. And all the people answered with one voice, "Everything the Lord has said we will do." Moses wrote down all the words of the Lord. Then he got up early in the morning and built an altar for worship at the foot of the mountain with 12 pillars, memorial stones, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent young Israelite men, and they offered burnt offerings and sacrificed young bulls as peace offerings to the Lord. Moses took half of the blood and put it in large basins, and the other half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it aloud to the people, and they said, "Everything that the Lord has said we will do, and we will be obedient." So Moses took the blood which had been placed in the large basins and sprinkled it on the people and said, "Behold the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you in accordance with these words." Then Moses, Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel went up the mountainside. And they saw a manifestation of the God of Israel, and under his feet there appeared to be a pavement of sapphire, just as clear as the sky itself. Yet he did not stretch out his hand against the nobles of the Israelites, and they saw the manifestation of the presence of God, and ate and drank. Now the Lord said to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain, and stay there, and I will give you the stone tablets with the law and the commandments which I have written for their instruction." So Moses arose with Joshua his attendant, and he went up to the mountain of God, and he said to the elders, "Wait here for us until we come back to you. Remember that Aaron and Hur are with you. Whoever has a legal matter, let him go to them." Then Moses went up to the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain. The glory and brilliance of the Lord rested on Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. On the 7th day, God called to Moses from the midst of the cloud. In the sight of the Israelites, the appearance of the glory and brilliance of the Lord was like consuming fire on top of the mountain. Moses entered the midst of the cloud and went up the mountain, and he was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. So notice here that while they all went up a certain distance, and that the elders of the tribes here, the elders the 70 of the elders of Israel, that they witnessed a lot of this. They saw the pavement of sapphire as it's described here. And they saw this manifestation of God, and they ate and they drank. Notice that actually, where the Lord said to Moses, come to me on the mountain, and Moses told the elders to wait for us here, it was on the seventh day God called to Moses from the midst of the cloud, which it reads kind of strange, but it's like, it says, then Moses went up the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain, and then the cloud covered it for 6 days, and on the seventh day God called Moses from the midst of the cloud. In the sight of the Israelites, the appearance of the glory and brilliance of the Lord was like consuming fire on top of the mountain. So Moses entered the midst of the cloud and went up the mountain, and he was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. So nonetheless, they were up here on this mountain for some time, and notice they were around this manifestation of the presence of God, and they ate and drank. So that's something to really think about, and that really makes me think of, we know of upcoming events, they're going to do some wrong things, and it's like, well, why would they, if they've seen this manifestation and all the other things, all the other miracles they've seen, why would they, basically forget God and commit the sins that we know they're going to do? It's something to think about. Now, mind you, these are the elders of Israel that went up. These are not all the people. But still, Moses, Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, we know Joshua was with Moses because Joshua went with Moses. It says here, so Moses arose with Joshua, his attendant. And we should recognize that Joshua is almost always there with Moses because he's learning. He's a younger man, and he's learning, and he's going to be Moses' replacement in the future. So just things to note and things to think about. That is Exodus chapter 24. I want to thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. May the Lord bless you and keep you safe. And remember, God loves you.